There we go. So begin in three, two, one. That's one like. Zero people watching. One person watching. Two. Yep. I know one watching is Aaron. Let me know who the other person is in the chat. And Aaron's seeing kind of, I guess, what you would call behind the scenes because he's on my phone as well. I'm on with him on video chat on Facebook. So let me know who the other person is in chat. I know one's watching for sure is Aaron. I don't know who the other person is there. Let me know who you are in chat. I doubt it. Give it about 10 minutes if no one gets on, besides the two that are on now. If the second person don't chat, I'll give it about 4 minutes from now, so 8 minutes, 8 minute mark. I'm gonna end it and try again tomorrow if I'm not busy. I'll give it till 10:30 my time, 11:30 Eastern, 8:30 for those of you on the West Coast. The only one that comes on from the East Coast that I can think of is Brent Fletcher, and it's 11 o'clock out there for him. He's in Tennessee. I don't expect him to get on. I gotta mute the stream a minute. It's 11:20 East Coast. It should be 10 for Brandon and 8:20 for Ebay on the West Coast. Yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna be busy tomorrow, maybe. Putting gravel down in the driveway, Grandpa's. Cause just to put more gravel there, cause their gravel's starting to get low and not much there anymore. It depends on how Grandpa feels. He's gonna call that a load of gravel. And I'm gonna have to spread it out with a tractor. Again, this second person watching, let me know who you're on chat. If not, get off. I don't like people that watch and don't chat. No, there's two. Again. Yeah, bad timing. Very bad timing. I spelled what wrong? I will. Just like spelled journey different in my track after journey video stream. I spelled it different for a reason. I want to be unique. And down to one. Two. Can we get three? There's three. Let me know who you two are. And two. It's been 13 minutes and 15 seconds since anyone's actually no one's chatted. And it is 10:23 Central Time, 11:23 Eastern. That's why. Again, it was muted. Uh, Sorry, Trevor, you couldn't hear me. I forgot I had my mic muted again. Uh, that's my Twitch that I used to stream a roleplay server as my dash cam. There's Ann's Twitch as well. Go and post my other Twitch, my underscore 21. You can find that one. Robert, how are you? I'm doing good. You can see our Twitch link right there. We jump to our Xbox and getting ready to post another Twitch link of mine. Yeah, I forgot I had my mic muted there on the headset. Um, this is the same headset I use for roleplay, by the way. It's hooked up to my computer right now, which we use for Discord. There you go. There's my other Twitch. That one's through my phone here. And we do stuff away from the house, basically. And that one I can go live on my phone. Um, I plan on. I got some streams coming up. I plan coming up. Um, we have a band at our church that's gonna do a concert. Uh, Next month in April. I plan on streaming that, and they'll allow me to stream it too because I know them. They go to our church. They're called the Golds. You can explain why I said I was. Yeah, please do. That's Aaron's phone Twitch link. He goes up on his phone as well. Trevor, one thing you gotta remember to do as dispatch is like every 10 to 15 minutes, uh, call into each unit, figure out where they're at. Um, just like Ryan does. Every 10 minutes or so, he'll call each unit to ask where their 20 is, so they know what area they're in. You gotta remember to do that, bud. And like Cole, or I think it's Cole or John, you gotta remember to clear calls when they're done. Uh, he just said he's doing good tonight. Ask how I was doing, stuff like that. Yeah, that's one thing you gotta remember to do there. As well as, like I said, every 10 minutes or so, use what the 20 is. So when you get a call in someone's area, you can dispatch that officer in the shorter amount of time rather than someone come from way over Sandy coming up all the way up to Toledo or something. Um, well, like that scene, I ended up or came across came across 2 King 01, which is Nick, was assigned to that call, and I got there before he did, and that was 5 minutes after the call went out. So he had to have come from way down in Sandy. I was right there in Polito. That's why you need to keep every 2 minutes keep track of where units are. I got there before he got there, and I wasn't even assigned to call. That was like 5-10 minutes after the call went out is when I passed that traffic accident. Because the truck that was there actually flagged me down as I was passing. I thought it was a whole different wreck, but it ended up being the same postal code. So I was there before the unit that got dispatched was even there by 10 minutes after the call went out. Then it took another 5 minutes for the assigned officer to get there. I came way down from, I came way up from down by the Port Zancudo. I still beat the other unit there. You got definitely make sure you keep track of where officers are at all times, like every 10 minutes, so you can dispatch the nearest unit. Robert, yes. GTA 5. I'm not playing it right now, but um, I played it earlier, like 10, 15, or a couple hours ago, actually. With a replay server as a cop and a tip. And the Trevor there is one of our new dispatchers. Yeah, I saw that. Ah, oh, okay, I gotcha. Oh, so you want to be a FBI in a role play, or is that what you're referring to there? If that's the case, you will have to uh, first have your LEO training, pick a department that would be a subdivision for FBI, or in GTA case, FIB. Oh, okay. Ah, I gotcha. I gotcha. Sometimes. But uh, I get the TV to myself. I get to play the role play every night for 2 weeks, except for maybe Friday. I might not make it home in time. I'm planning on going to eat Chinese, but basically for 2 weeks I get to do the role play. That helped me rank up a lot faster too. Um, I'm only a corporal right now in our role play server. The more you role play, the more you do time cards, traffic stops. Which lately I haven't had any traffic stops. I didn't have any. Well, I did, but I only did a verbal warning today. It's something minor, but every other time it's been arrests, no traffic tickets. Um, but as long as you do all that, keep up your time cards, your know your 10 codes, do good calls to dispatch and stuff, you'll rank up pretty quick. I went from a cadet to a corporal in a month and a half, I think. I just gotta make sure somehow they keep getting background noise in my mic. I don't know how. I have exactly the same mic Aaron does. They never complain about his, but uh, say something. I forget what it was. But no, that's one thing about him being gone is I can do roleplay for the next 2 weeks, every day, unless I'm doing something. Um, and then I get our cat, just probably back in my bedroom, to myself for about 2 weeks. So, I mean, yeah, it's quiet. Yeah, we can't, play games together right now, but because we like to play NASCAR Heat 5 together. Um, but we don't have to fight over the TV. So, okay. No, yeah, as long as you are paid twice a week, I think is what the minimum requirement is, whether you're LEO, Civ, or dispatch. You should be good there. Um, but yeah, we're planning on going to eat Chinese Friday, so I don't know if I'll be on, but every other day this week I'll be on. Just keep in mind, I don't know if you go to school or not, Trevor, or if you're busy during the day, but sometimes we do have a 2 o'clock RP as well. Very seldom do we do 2 o'clock though lately, because everybody being back at school and stuff. We definitely try to do them on the weekends, Saturdays, Sundays. Um, but in like August, when football season starts back up, I'll miss Fridays for sure. Go to football games, unless they're away game, of course. Um, I know, like April, sometime in April, the contract I was telling you about. It'll be most likely that night as well. I'll probably miss that day too. Um, and then whenever I get to go out with my girlfriend, I'll definitely miss that day for sure. So as soon as we got back together back in November, it's March, so there's a few days I'll probably miss, coming up. But for right now, I'm planning on being at every RP except for maybe Friday. Ah, yeah. Now if you have a, I don't know if I'll be able. If we have a 2 o'clock one, I don't know if I'll be able to join or not. I might be busy. Like I said a little bit earlier, um, might be putting new gravel in Grandpa's driveway next door. Living it out with tractor and stuff. Yeah, I didn't even notice you ranked up. Um, but yeah, you just started too, Trevor, not too long ago. So, um, best advice: just make sure, like I said, you clear the calls when they're done. You check in on officers 20s every like 10, 15 minutes. Clean up your mistakes, and you should rank up pretty quick. I'm actually operator 1 or 2 as dispatch when I was dispatching, which I'll hardly do anymore unless I end up in the hospital. Um, Especially when I get our other Xbox, but both people role play as a cop or a civ. Or maybe one cop, one civ, I don't know. But we cannot wait to role play as cops together. Uh, or just play online in general when we're not doing RP. That's something we've been wanting to do for a while. Like chase each other and their own little RP, I guess you could say. Uh, so you, so you're still in school then, aren't you? Oh, we kind of had a late one tonight. Cause I saw it called out right before Cole got off, and then John got off, and then I got off. I remember one night we went to like 11 in the morning. There's been a couple times we've gone to 1 in the morning on the weekends. I know we had one Saturday. Actually, our statewide RP. First statewide we did. We went pretty late, but I had to get off for church. They still going when I went to bed about. Well, they had just got done about 1 o'clock when I went to bed. But Dubai, it depends on how many people stay on. And I got four. Yeah, they went to three. They went back to four. Um, Not really. I mean, we had to self dispatch or each other. Um, Before we had, Ryan, uh, we'd have to call each other in. Like, John would say one Adam 81 to dispatch, and either me, Cole, or Nick would say dispatch, go ahead. He'd say show me 1041, 10-8, active 71. We'd say 10-4, then we'd turn around and call ourselves in. So, for example, he'd say one Adam 81 dispatch. I'd say dispatch, go ahead. He'd call himself in. I'd say 10-4. One brother 42 to dispatch, and he'd turn around and do the favor back. But it's so much easier with the dispatch. I like the way we did it tonight, actually. Each unit called on duty by rank. So it's Cole, and then Cody, and then Nick, and there's supposed to be John, then me, but John was AFK, so I called in, then John called in after me, and then down to the cadets. I think it's more efficient that way, to be honest. Instead of just, you know, I think it's how we should do it every time, whether we have 8 people on or 4 people on. I honestly like the way we did that tonight. Yeah, yeah, you're pretty good at that too. Um, yeah, yeah. That's why it's a good thing to have two dispatchers. Because when we had just one, it's harder to stay in VC dispatch, listen to units, and then also go up to 911 calls, um, and get those, and then come back down. You don't know what you missed in the dispatch. Officer could have been trying to get a hold of you. So, I definitely think it's a good thing to have more than one dispatch, so one can keep an eye on 911 calls, and one can make sure they're listening to officers. Now, if we could get three dispatch, Aaron, uh, one one can be going back and forth to challenge with the LEO. One can stay in dispatch for officers that are not on a scene or a traffic stop. One can literally stay up in 911 to get 911 calls, pass it down to the one in dispatch. I think that would be so much more efficient for sure. Yeah. Um, I mean, it's hard to say 10-9. If you didn't hear, we want you to get the right plate or name, and not run someone else. And sometimes the officers mess up too. Um, I know there's a. I remember it was today, yesterday. Well, there was no officers yesterday. I think I messed up on a plate once today, maybe. I said the O instead of a Q or something like that. Um, but even officers make mistakes, calling out a plate or something. Um, but yeah, we definitely need to make sure we get the right info, so we know that, so we can trust that dispatch looking up the right, plate or name. Uh, I only had that one stop today, but that one Sultan, and then 81 had him a little bit later on, for a different thing. For me, he was. I was pulling him over for making a wide turn on me, right at that wrong gas station in Polito, where it cuts back to the. I couldn't think of that road right now, but right off the corner of the Ryan station, there's a road that goes toward the shoreline, and the orange Sultan kind of made a wide turn behind his buddy and came close to it, hit my right rear bumper. And so that's all the important. Make sure hey, slow down when you turn. You almost hit me. So, and of course, John got him for speeding. So, two different things. Uh, but um, we usually try to make sure we get all our information before we even approach them. If we approach them and they know they have a warrant, it could be a shootout. But that's why I didn't go up to his door or down to that challenge. I had all his information from you. His plate, his if it's cars registered or not, if he has warrants or weapons registered, stuff like that. Um, and so he said there, and I also need to work on speaking of. Who else is speaking to me? Yeah, and we gotta be more careful of speaking over another officer. Um, because I know I've gotten in trouble for that a couple of times. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he. I don't know if it was. Yeah, it might have been John. He. No, it wasn't John. It was Cody. Charlie 14. But he didn't know we were talking because he's down in another scene. If I don't speak up. Yeah, especially because that happened after Ryan got off. Control 08 got off. It was just you and then like 5 officers at the time. Um, but yeah, you gotta and keep in mind, you did the right thing with telling that you to stand by because you're running something for me. But like more than one officer comes in, you gotta make sure you get them in order. But you did a good job with just us too. But there's been times that there's like 5 officers and needing something in one dispatch, and we had to go in order. Um, and I don't know if you're on during the 1080. That two King two King 01 call, which was Nick. If anyone calls out a 1080 or a shots fired, you need to remember to say, well, first you need to put a single 100 up, which is a priority. Then you need to remember to say, uh, single 100s up, only officers involved in the 1080 or the 1013 shootout, whatever the case may be, has RTO. Everybody else cannot talk. Uh, at the time, I would not attach that today, so I could not come over the radio and say, "Hey, I have 1011," because they had the priority radio traffic. Um, and then 08 finally attached me to right when they were done. And then once the priority done, you need to clear the seal 100, clear the call, and say, okay, seal 100 is lifted. All units resume normal RTO. Means anybody can chime in. If there's a shootout or a priority call, like a shootout, a 1080, officer down, um, only officers attached to that are allowed to get on the radio. That's where I would go into the CAD on my in-car computer and show myself on a traffic stop or whatever the case may be, since I can't call over the radio during them kind of situations. That's why I didn't, don't think I called that was in the air because that pursuit literally passed me. I said I'm in there if you need me. And he said 10-2 at this time. I think don't need me. I said okay, 10-4 copy. That's all I said during that whole time. I was quiet on the radio. Um, if I would have got that orange Sultan during that 1080 or that 1050 it ended up being, I couldn't have called in to you, hey, Control 06, I have a 1011. Because I would have been breaking RTO over the priority call. I would have had to call myself 1011, do my own traffic stop. Uh, So when I hear 1080, then I put out yes, a 1080 or a 1013 with shots fired, or if an officer calls that down, or a panic button goes off. With normally an officer's in trouble, that would be an all call. You would call any unit in that area of that panic button uh, to that officer's assistance because they could be shot, they could be injured, they could have had a wreck, or just 1050. If any units near, so if you hear a panic button in our new CAD, someone tested it yesterday, we get the CAD set up and stuff. It will tell you where they're at. I don't know if it tells the postal or not. I didn't hear that, but it will tell you, officer so and so has hit their panic button at this location. You figure out right then and there. You figure out uh, what officer in the area within like a 5 mile radius, and you send them to that officer immediately. Even if you're in the middle of doing a 28 for someone, you say stand by. We have a single panic. I gotta get officer to his location, his or her location. Um, I'm not sure. I gotta look up to see what 10-2 is. I haven't heard that one before. We got can't log in. Can't chat. I'll get kicked if I do. I gotta figure out what 10-2 is. I think 10-2 might be standby. I'm not 100% sure. I have to look at that tomorrow. That's one I haven't heard before. Um, but yeah, anytime you hear a panic, a 1080, or a 1013, immediately put that signal 100 out. We're going for almost an hour here. It is 11:08 my time, Central. 12:08 Eastern, 9:08 Pacific, and 7:08 in the UK, I believe. That's where Melanie is from. Melanie caught that was on here yesterday. Tintiz. Okay, thanks, Aaron. Yeah, definitely. Yep. I think I remember you calling that. Um, that might have been during that 1080 as well. After they had that 1050 with it. He said not at this time because there's him, two King of one, uh, one Charlie 14, which is Cody, and 81 were all on that 1080, which turned into 1050 real quick. And I was in that area, but I wasn't caught. And then Control 08, which Ryan and attached to it right at the last second. But they were done. They already had him cuffed and everything. Or he was, I don't know if he was deceased or not because the car was exploded. Oh, see, George is injured. Got there at the end, though. Doing good there, Robert. I've been talking to Trevor about our roleplay server, basically. Hey, for sure now. Yeah, no problem, Trev. See you tomorrow. Yeah, I did too. I was his live as well. He should be. They're traveling out to Las Vegas. There you go. He's still alive there, Trev. I just checked. Um, Aaron, I'm gonna go and get off on Messenger here. Uh, I'm also probably getting ready to get off the stream. I got shows to watch. Thanks for coming. I'll try to put some up tomorrow. Robert, scroll way back up in the comments if you can, and make sure you check out the two Twitch channels. Subscribe to them, or I'm sorry, follow them. I don't know if you can subscribe yet. The DR Summers 18 one. We'll be going live about 5:36 Central. It'll be 7-8 Eastern. For our roleplay server. And you can kind of see what me and Trevor's talking about. You won't be able to hear Trevor or any of the other officers, but you will be able to hear me and watch my view of as an LEL, which is law enforcement officer, uh, San Andreas Highway Patrol. Um, that'll be tomorrow about 5:36, maybe 6:30. We know what time I get home from grandma's. So make sure you check out the DR Summers 18 Twitch channel up there. Link, follow, hit that notification bell. You'll get a notification when I go live tomorrow and every night for the next 2 weeks, except for maybe Friday. And also check out the DR Summers underscore 21, which is through my phone, which will I'm planning on the first live stream for that being somewhere around April. I think like the 18th or 20th, something like that, for a concert performed by a band called the Golds, the country or not country, Christian, country Christian not duo but triple. They're uh, a father and two daughters. They go to our church. Um, they were just at our church this past Sunday, actually singing and doing our praise worship. Um, but as far as that goes, there's the link again there, Robert, for the Twitch for the game. And then there's the other one for my phone for a concert sometime in April, if I'm not in the hospital myself. Uh, I'll find something else to do on it as well. But check out those two links. And just for advice, if I don't, I'm trying to get another headset working, but I can't promise anything. Aaron has his headset up in Kansas City with him like this. On the stream, you will not be able to hear me. I forgot to mention that. But you can watch the stream. Unless I can find a headset or get that other headset, old headset working. You might not be able to hear me on the stream tomorrow, but you can certainly watch and get a hang of what we do on our roleplay server. We have other law enforcement officers on there. We have real civilians on there. And Trevor there is one of our dispatchers. One of four, technically, me and also dispatch. When he's home, we only have one Xbox right now, but we're hoping to get another. So with that said, thanks for coming, everybody. I got shows to watch before I go to bed. Two of them at least. And then I'm probably gonna go to bed for the night in a little while. Watch videos on my computer actually. I'll go back a couple hours, but thanks for watching. I hope you guys tune in for the next one. I'll try to do a stream every night around 9 Central, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Basically, right after our roleplay servers. Depending on how long they go. Sometimes they go longer. They go to 11. Depending on how many people we have and how good it goes. There's times they've been cut short because people fail roleplay. It just depends on how many people get in the servers each day, each night rather. And then, like I said, if you follow, if I can do or some of our 2 o'clock RPs, I'll also stream that. With Elio or Civ. So again, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming. Everybody have a good night. Anybody signature thing here. Everybody have a good night.